Just a small town girl with a big old dream. Now she's taking it over and making a scene. Yes, it's your turn next, so please take your seat. 'Cause baby, the best is yet to be seen. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning,
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Rishi Studer.
Sunshine's Corner.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome into Sunshine's Corner. It is right here where purpose meets power, and of course, conversation does create change. I'm Sunshine, and today we are going to be highlighting one of the most exciting family events of the summer. It's 2026 National Night Out. Oh, touch a truck. Don't ask me what I used to think that was. Okay. Now, Pensacola Police Department K-9 demonstrations are all going to be taking place at National Night Out, and it's celebrated across America on the first Tuesday in August. That's right, that's going to be on August the 4th. Bringing neighbors and law enforcement, first responders, and community organizations together to build a safer, a stronger, much more community togetherness, I believe. So mark your calendars now for Tuesday, August 4th, at Booker T. Washington High School at 600 College Parkway, right here in Pensacola. You see it on the screen, and it all kicks off at 5 o'clock p.m. And we want to welcome you. Now, the ceremony kicks off at 5:30. Check this out. Pensacola Police K-9 demonstration at 6:15. I'm trying to give you all the time so we can get into the conversation. And this event is absolutely free, and it's open to all ages, rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
When I say rain or shine, whew, girl, I tell you, Denise, I mean, oh my God, Laura, last year.
We tested that rain theory.
Did we now? It was so funny. I tell you, when I finally left, it was like, oh God, I got to get out of here. It was, those raindrops were so heavy. But I saw the police guys playing in the rain on the ground. They were so fun.
We'll find a way, our guys will find a way to enjoy and make a joke out of a lot of things. So between the dogs barking at the rain and officers slip sliding through puddles, they made it work.
That was so much fun though, and I said I had to go. But it was raining so hard that I literally had to stop because I couldn't see. Yeah. And then by the time I got home, it was clear as a button.
I think it just rained over National Night Out last year. Nowhere else, just straight over the event.
But you know what? Look, you guys are thinking outside of the box, and you've got a place this year that you don't have to worry about, right?
So
inside or out.
So lucky. We were
lucky.
so lucky. We looked at all of the kind of event venues that we know are fantastic and great here in the Pensacola area. We looked back at our original area where we've used Legion Field.
Right,
Theopolis May is such a beautiful center. Not quite big enough to bring 50 community organizations inside if we ended up with the deluge that we had last year.
Exactly.
We looked at Maritime Park and Wahoo Stadium, not enough interior space, and just thinking outside the box, reached out to our partners at Washington High School through Escambia County School District, and they were like, yeah, you can totally come on in. And so we've
grown the touch-a-truck. It's just grown exponentially, and we really needed that extra space. So thank you, Washington.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, the school district. We're so excited.
With this, you're building communities. You're causing communities to become stronger. Being together, and I think what I love about it, how you're breaking the stigma with the police department, how some people are afraid of the police officers. You bring when you come up and watch them slip slide in the rain if you want to. I mean, just had to throw that in. But the fact of it is a community event, and it's absolutely free. And guys, they got these trucks with names. What's your favorite truck?
I mean, my favorite will always be, and I know that I should be biased towards the police department and love our police vehicles, but my personal favorites are always the street sweepers. So we have like Dirt Reynolds or Lightning McQueen. Like these are funny.
So cute. Who's picking up out of the box?
Yeah.
But when you see these kids interacting with law enforcement, with fire department, with EMS, the families are so involved.
Exactly.
And then we probably have 50 community vendors this year.
Wow.
So they'll have free information for families to find out if they need services. This is where you can go, and this is about our community here in Pensacola, how we come together to support each other and make sure our families are taken care of.
Absolutely, and I think that I think back last year, it was this baby that was sitting in that helicopter.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I sat in the helicopter with him, man, but it was like not even afraid, pointing, talking, as if, okay, let me make this baby fly. I mean, but that was just great. And with you, Denise, and what you do, I think is absolutely fantastic. And because I thought about you last night, we'll talk about that after the show, what I want her to do for me. But I mean, with you and the work that you do, the things that you find out, even if my keychain may not look like a keychain, I mean, but the work that you do, I must applaud you.
Oh, well, thank you.
I mean, for how it is that you reach out. You're educating so many people with kids.
Yeah, it's, our kids are our heart. This whole community is amazing.
Right.
It is so amazing, and it's home. But we do have barriers, and families have barriers, and it's about helping them see that there is no stigma. We're here to bring you up, and no matter where we're at in this community, that's one great thing I love about Pensacola.
I'd say.
I mean, we just all come together, and traditionally National Night Out has been the opportunity for law enforcement and agencies like CDAC to come together and to bring these families together and really get them help if they need it. Because we're there to communicate with them one-on-one in an environment that's safe.
Most certainly. Has the need grown that you need to continue? With the help?
I would say absolutely the need has grown. I think the message has gotten out that it's okay to talk to people when you're in need. It's okay if your family's struggling with behavioral health, mental health, substance use, that we're there to support you, and it's really no judgment. There's no bias. It's come and talk to us, because that's what we're here for, and that's what we love about this community. Because not every community has the ability to do what we do here in Pensacola, with the partnerships with the police department and just us coming together. I haven't seen it any other place.
It's amazing, and I mean, I have to give you props, Laura. Ever since I met you, I mean,
we don't sleep at night.
I can tell. I can remember even when she'd come by the radio and said she was singing some songs. You know that one too, girl. I mean, I mean, but the work you guys do, and then to tie this together. Now, this is a national night out.
It is, yep.
Yes.
But this is done all across the world, all across the country.
Yes.
That we're bringing attention. So therefore, to do it here in Pensacola at the level that you've done, I was thinking about all of the partners that I saw last year. As I walked through and I shook hands and I was talking to everybody that was there, everything you need.
And just from like a baseline, looking at who we've got coming this year, we've got everything from organizations like Denise with CDAC, who are helping families focus on how can we cut ties to addiction.
Exactly.
You know, we have organizations coming in who talk about mentorship. How can we get your child lined up for mentorship? How do we help with reading skills? How do we help with, I think we have a safe swimming organization coming in. I think that what we look at, and I've seen it from the police department side, you know, we have, as police, have a clear identified idea of what our responsibility is, what we do as an enforcement agency from a law enforcement standpoint. But what we see is how we can be there to kind of connect dots within the community. And it doesn't just happen at at my office level. It hardly really truly happens at the office, like the level of my office. I look at how and I know they've been on your show, our community response specialists work to connect those individuals in the community who need help to the hundreds of fantastic organizations within the Pensacola community who provide that assistance. How can we be a conduit to that at a police department level to say, it's not something that we have a budget line item for, but we know that this community is so focused and so positive on how we connect to each other.
Absolutely, and that's a great thing too. I mean, I look at Denise, she smiles, and she shakes her head, she smiles.
I just love that we're all invested in the people that live here. And
Exactly.
I think that,
and it's
again,
for real. It's not
Yeah.
make believe. It's
Right.
for real.
Yeah.
And we meet and we organize, and we really want to provide truly what the families need.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
And it's getting to be, you know, all the students are getting ready to go back to school, so there's people there that can answer questions about immunization for their kids if they're not sure, how to register for kindergarten. Some families still are struggling with that. Yeah.
Wow.
So you have
The basic necessities that we take for granted. There are some people that yet need assistance with that.
Yeah, and so, and then the ability, I know last year when the helicopter was there, they were a great draw.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
And we have a few pictures from last year that I always look at EMS, you know, the ambulance, and just amazing service people. And then all the vendors, of course, they just dedicate their time. It's all volunteer, you know, all those organizations that bring the school supplies and bring their
God, yeah.
information. It's all out of their heart on each organization, what they want to provide for this community. And that's what makes us so special here in Pensacola.
When I stop and I think about it, okay, let's say a parent is watching right now. Why is it so important they bring themselves and their kids?
Well, I look at it multi-pronged.
There
I
you go.
think it's an educational opportunity for families, for parents or guardians to come and talk to each one of those community vendors, find out what services may be available, what's out in the community that they can avail themselves of.
Exactly.
From a kid's standpoint, I think that the community vendors are fantastic, working with children. I look at it on the Touch a Truck side, and these are the vehicles that are in your neighborhood every single day that you may look at and question, why are they here? What does this mean for me? And so if they can experience coming up and talking to a police officer, or coming up and talking to a fireman, or a paramedic EMT with EMS, then they can kind of parlay that fear of what it means when these vehicles are in their neighborhoods, and
Most certainly.
and these people are in their neighborhoods, and we see them as individuals,
No doubt.
and we connect those kids to maybe even career paths.
That's
right.
You know, I look at the helicopter last year was such a cool draw
Ooh,
to
what a
see
fly helicopter.
to see the military there and talk about, like, how did you get to this? How did you get to a point where, you know, you're every day at work, you're hopping in the seat of a helicopter and
You're not using the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the sanitation people. What
Yeah.
a great career.
Yeah.
And I think it avails, like Laura said, these students and these kids and these families to think and have these conversations with individuals that, again, serve this community every day. Our sanitation people, what would we do without them?
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
or ECAT people. What would we do without ECAT?
No
so
doubt.
it's, and of course, law enforcement, and it gives it breaks down those barriers of the families that might see that as fear.
Absolutely,
And,
absolutely.
and they're there to serve.
No doubt.
And
That's what it's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about this great night out that's coming
Yeah.
up on August the 4th. The location has changed. It's going to be at Washington High School this year, just in case the weather's a change.
Yeah.
But when we come back, I want to talk with Denise about how, with CDAC and what you do, for parents to recognize signs
okay.
that can help kids. When we come back right here on Sunshine's Corner.
I learned during my military service to train every day to fight and fight to win. If you've been injured in an accident, you already know one thing for sure. The insurance companies are going to fight you for every dollar you deserve. At Michelson Booth, we settle most of the cases we handle. But if the insurance companies choose to fight, well, we're okay with that too. If you've been injured in an accident, choose a law firm that's got the resources, training, and stomach for the fight. Michelson Booth. Don't be a victim twice.
Nestled in the heart of Pensacola, Dorothy's is a one-of-a-kind, community-driven cocktail bar by Oasis, Florida, created to sustain vital HIV and STI care across the Florida Panhandle. Inspired by the Wizard of Oz, rooted in inclusion and dripping with character, Dorothy's is a welcoming space with award-winning, Oz-inspired cocktails, food by Steel Pony Diner, and an unmatched atmosphere. Join us 7 days a week in downtown Pensacola, located directly across from Maritime Park and the Blue Wahoo Stadium.
It's so sad.
It's good.
It's not. Here, put that on it. Put that on.
I was diagnosed at 65.
37, earlier than most.
Every 9 minutes, someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
And every one of them can turn to the American Parkinson Disease Association. Visit apdaparkinson.org to learn more and show your support today.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Today we're talking about National Night Out. But I have to bring up these points because I believe that the more that's why I have in my opening, conversation creates change. Because I don't think if you don't talk about it, you will continue to do the same thing. But I've always been told that's a sign of insanity if you keep doing the same and don't see any changes, you know what I'm saying? But when I say that, when I was talking about that with you, Denise, and yes, I am this way because I know that drugs are so heavy, not just here in Pensacola, but everywhere. But with you and the things, because I mean, when you were here last time I had you, I think you were demonstrating some things that kids use that I didn't even realize were things that they use for drugs.
Yeah.
Our keychain. There was a.
So there are a lot of, majority what we see across the state of Florida and across the nation
That's
now
your
when
camera
we're
right there.
when we're talking about adolescents is they're really using vapes, and legal age for vapes is 21, but they look like key fobs, they look like inhalers, they look like regular writing pens, they look like smartwatches. So they very and now there's some that actually look like a cell phone.
What?
And you can get calls on them. And
a real phone?
Yeah.
A real phone call?
Yeah, it's connected, and really it's about they can get text message and their social media posts and things like that on their cell phone, on their vape.
Unbelievable.
That's a newer one that I've found. It has to have a Wi-Fi connection to your real phone.
Of course.
But it is a vape. So for
parents, let me ask that for parents.
For parents.
If parents don't understand, they wonder why this child keep walking around, but you don't have asthma, and you keep going with an asthma.
Yeah.
I mean, ask questions, right?
Ask questions. So what I like to encourage parents to do is get to know your kids. You know, kids are inquisitive, and when you ask them questions like, tell me about what you know about vapes, or tell me about what you think your friends are doing in school. Are your friends vaping? Educate me because I want to know. And kids, parents, I encourage them to come in a non-judgmental and let your kids know this is a safe space to talk about it.
Wow.
So when you help them get in that safe space, then they're going to have those conversations when it becomes difficult. Maybe one of their friends is struggling with vaping, and your child comes to you and say, I'm really concerned about my friend, they've been vaping a lot. What do you think I should do? And then you can always have that open conversation with your kids. But some things you want to look for, definitely with your own children or their friends, is behavioral change. Addiction is a terrible disease, and vaping is addicted to nicotine. And they will do what it takes to get the nicotine. And so their behavior starts to change, their money spending changes. Sometimes their friends will change. Now they are adolescents. Hopefully they aren't using, but they are adolescents, so you have to look at that as well. But they will stop doing what they normally did. Maybe they were really into skateboarding and all of a sudden they stop doing that because they're in their room all the time, isolating.
Really?
Because, yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. Okay, when you were talking and I was thinking, if a person, I'm saying all this because you can find out all this information that's going to be at National Night Out. I'm
yes.
bringing up things that are really top of mind because these are the things, kids are about to go back to school. So let's get educated on something that you need to know. Talk to the police officers. They'll tell you things that you can look out for. They work this job every day. I mean, with you, Denise, how you do this and the things, I mean, you tell me now it's a cell phone. Oh my God.
It looks just like a cell phone.
That's amazing.
And our school resource officers see that in the school.
That's what I'm saying.
When we're in, our schools as officers, they're seeing these devices. And, I know that Denise is talking about nicotine and the addictive quality of nicotine, but we're seeing other drugs in those vapes. And those.
Does it smell?
It doesn't smell like traditional, what we used to call back in the day, traditional marijuana, but it does still have a scent.
And a lot of the vapes have other scents included. So you can get something like a cotton candy vape, clearly geared towards children, that then have an additional component of a narcotic included in that. And so it's going to mask some of that. And so,
if they do it during the day, if you're at school, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing this because school is about to begin, and I say this because I know that everybody I've talked to, they tell me how so high, number one, the numbers are with that. And I want the parents to be equipped with some things that you need to know. This is why I invite all the parents to come out with your kids on the 4th. Come out so you can learn. Come out so you can be prepared to have your child prepared for the upcoming year. So you'll know some things to look out for. Not only with the vaping, I mean, probably.
So health department will be there most likely with Narcan if you want information about Narcan. If somebody,
how to use it if somebody does it.
But also what we're seeing younger and younger, unfortunately. So
younger?
With vaping, we see it in elementary schools.
Elementary school, that's those little kids.
Yes. So you're talking kindergarten through 5th grade.
Did she say kindergarten?
She did.
Well, that's elementary school. I'm not sure.
Do you have kindergartners doing it?
With my experience across the state and people that I know and here in our area, it's more 4th and 5th graders.
Oh my God. This is so important. This is why National Night Out, that you've got to come out so you can learn. And ladies and gentlemen, I say this because the only way you will know, you got to ask questions. If you see a slight change in your child, come on out and ask questions for somebody who can give you that answer what to look for. If there's something that, even if it's something you need to talk about, if you got some mental health issues, that does not mean you're crazy. That just means you need to talk to somebody. I mean, all of that's going to be there. Take this stereotypical look off of what we need for help. And come out and get the help that's going to be given to you absolutely free. Don't allow how you feel. Don't allow what you don't want people to think. Forget what people think. Come find out what you need to know.
And I think it's a great, we at the police department have done a lot of community education events where we'll have a group of people come into a big center and we'll talk about online safety, or we'll talk about scams and frauds, or we'll talk about any of that. And I'll say there is always some level of trepidation, I think, from people in the community to stand up in a room with others and raise their hand and say, I have a question, and have that pertain to you. It's that whole, can I ask a question on behalf of a friend when you know you're the friend? And this is one of those opportunities where we'll have officers out there that night that you can pull to the side and have a frank open conversation with on a one-to-one level, that you may be willing to ask that question when you know you don't have 30 eyes looking at you. It gives us that opportunity to make that one-on-one connection.
Most certainly.
So if it's a fear that you have about, hey, my kid is communicating on their social media, and we don't think it's a positive communication, or we see this device that's all of a sudden in our kid's backpack, or we see it in their room, or they're not leaving their room and they're not on their game console, and so we're seeing that change in behavior. These are the opportunities to kind of talk to the experts, whether they're at a community level, whether they're at a law enforcement level, whether it's EMS or paramedics, that you can ask that question to say, how would you handle X, Y, Z? And so it's a fun way to bring everybody. It's a fun night to bring everybody together, but give you the opportunity to kind of make those one-on-one connections.
And I think that would also create a stronger relationship between the parents and the child. Because if I feel like I can talk to mom, if I can talk to my dad, hey, we learned this together.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's in, like Laura said, I think that was a safe environment. Like it's not that spotlight isn't on you to answer a question or ask a question, that it's so safe. And there's so many community organizations that are going to be there that may have low cost or zero cost services.
Exactly.
And it's amazing to me what this community still provides, but what we don't know what's out there. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, Laura's been doing it for a while, and every once in a while a new organization or something new pops up because somebody gets new funding, and it's like, oh my gosh, they're able to provide that. Thank goodness.
Absolutely.
And we learn every year too about what's new, what's out there, and this is a great way for families. Oh, look, we have some pictures. We have some pictures from last year.
Oh, she has pictures. Did you see that jump?
I know.
I love that.
Thank you, Laura.
Yeah, you're welcome.
She emailed us last night, yesterday afternoon. Hey, Sunshine guys.
Like, we have some pictures.
But did you see her face? But that was just a tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
That was there. Denise, I wish you could have seen your face.
I just love that because, like, I know I keep saying this, but this community is amazing.
Yeah.
It is so amazing, and there's so many community organizations that are really there for each one of us.
Exactly.
Including me.
Exactly.
And Laura, the law enforcement, the fire, they're there for us.
I tell you guys, I'll never get over that look I saw her. She leaned over. Let's take a break and we're going to come back. We're going to talk more about her.
For 75 years, we've been caring for families, creating jobs, and working to build a healthier community. This is your home, and ours too. We're honored to be the trusted partner in your care. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric Bramer.
And I'm Charlie Hobart.
You can tune in Fridays at 5:30 on Blab TV for Wahoo's Weekly, your weekly in-depth look at the Pensacola Blue Wahoos on the field and off.
We'll be talking to players and highlighting initiatives in the community that make Pensacola so special.
And when the Blue Wahoos are here at home, it leads right into live game coverage from Blue Wahoo Stadium. That's Wahoo's Weekly, Fridays at 5:30
on Blab TV.
Get a fresh cut and a fresh start at AHW Barber Academy. We focus on growth. Join us at 3822 North 9th Avenue, Pensacola, for a top-notch $6 haircut while supporting aspiring barbers. Our students learn in a real-world setting, guided by experienced professionals to become licensed barbers. Need a cut or a new career? Visit AHW Barber Academy or call 850-692-9298.
I'm Kathy Holsworth, Artistic Director at Pensacola Little Theater. Join me on the first Monday of every month at 7 p.m. for the Center Stage, where me and my artistic friends talk about all things on the stage and at the Clark Family Cultural Center. Join us, won't you?
Take a breath and step into something green. At Pensacola Seed and Garden, both of our locations are open 7 days a week, ready when you are. We don't just sell plants, we grow many of them right here with care you can see. And once you take one home, you'll find everything you need to help it thrive. Visiting from out of town? Discover unique exotic plants you can bring home, often for less than ordering online. Pensacola Seed and Garden. Grow something beautiful.
And welcome back to a conversation I feel that's so needed. We're talking about National Night Out that's coming up on August 4th. This year, the location has changed. Yay! Yay! It's there at Washington High School. So therefore, just in case, we got a place to go where we got a national umbrella.
Yes, we do. Inside.
Thank you.
Inside.
Thank you to Principal Shackle and Assistant Principal Forney for letting us come in.
Yeah. But you know, I believe God always have a plan. But look at this. We were talking off camera about the fact of, even with ECAT, the things that's going to be there, transportation we were talking about. Let's share that, because I think it's something that our viewers need to know. So if there's a inkling of an idea, I can't get there. These things that are happening, how can we do this? There's a way that's been put together for everything.
Yeah, I think that what we see when we bring so many organizations together for an event like National Night Out is we really see how we create this network, how Pensacola has this network of assistance programming, of community organizations, down to things like ECAT. You know, I look at everybody these days, if you think about it, they're like, oh, let me call an Uber, let me do whatever. I think it's amazing what ECAT has done with their flex transport. I know. You know, and they're going to be there to talk about that. I know that we've been in community events where ECAT has talked about things like their transportation for kids in our community. So how can you get your kids into transport to get to where they need to go if you're not able to take them? And so I think there are so many opportunities to talk about some of the unknown things that the people in the community may not know about. Right. We've been hearing for years that it takes a village. Pensacola has a fantastic village. When we look at all of our community organizations that come together in the framework that
and it does my heart good when I can see that. That it's not just talk. Because of the fact that I will give the shirt off my back for the community to make a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
I believe that if everybody would look at what you do and connect the dots and take the I out of the equation and let it become us, we can make a huge impact. The way you're doing it with National Night Out, by you know, bringing that right here to Pensacola, and look at the spots where you've gone so far, and look where you've ended up.
I think it's an education opportunity.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power.
It's that some people don't know where to look for that. So if you're having health issues and you don't have insurance, and we all hear like the emergency room is not a primary care physician.
Care doctor. No, it's not.
But maybe you don't have a primary care physician. Maybe you don't know who to go to. Well, we have fantastic
community health.
We have fantastic organizations like Community Health. If you have barriers to funding, there are organizations like Health and Hope Clinic, which are fantastic.
Yes.
And
hey,
so,
Dr. Aaron.
And so you look at that, and I look at, you know, Health and Hope Clinic has everything from, you know, primary care doctors to dentists that support their mission. And so it's looking at how do we educate people on what opportunities and what organizations are in the community so that they know, oh, okay, this is somebody I can call. Absolutely. Even if it's just to ask a question and be told no, but I would say most of the service providers in our community know the next step of who you can call otherwise. And that's kind of what we have looked at the police department for, you know, our officers cannot be the be-all, end-all of trying to provide service. And we get into communities, we get into neighborhoods where we'll get called out for a welfare check, and we'll notice that family needs food assistance, or that family has health concerns, that we can start trying to connect some of those dots before we leave the house. And that's why it's important that we have relationships with an organization like CDAC, or with organizations like MANA or ECAT or Health and Hope or community. It's how do we create that web network of assistance that
Most certainly.
even though it's not us providing that service,
But
it's
you're
us
leading them there.
acting as a
Right.
conduit to it.
And if you have young children, like before school, like Healthy Start and
God, yeah.
Help Me Grow, and there's so many, if you're there at that level where we're able to connect those dots, like Laura said, and they'll be there. So have those conversations with them.
No doubt. And that's why we're sending out a personal invitation to the entire community.
Yeah.
Look, the walls, come on up. We got so much room. All you've got to do, take the time on the 4th, kicks off at 5:30. That's when I got it written down over here when the ceremony begins.
Right. We're going to open the
6:15.
doors of an open air event at 5.
We'll all be there. We'll be there.
We'll all be set and ready to go by 5.
5 o'clock.
You will, because it's not
Yes,
gonna
we
rain.
will.
We're hoping.
Not
If
we
it
will.
does rain, we have the rain plan.
We have a rain
got a
plan,
raincoat.
and we're not canceling the date.
That's
it's going
right.
to be on the same night, so August 4th come out, but we do have a rain contingency, so everybody come out and have fun.
Yep. We'll direct you that night, whether you're going inside or outside.
Now there's
So-
the flyer. Look at that dog, Woof Roof. Is that the canine dog right there?
That is one of our canines, yes.
Okay,
So-
that's the sweeper.
So I will say, I think FPL is lined up to bring one of their bucket trucks, which is cool.
Yep.
They are always at a point where they're like, if there's a storm somewhere else, they've got to go and deploy. But so I think they're bringing a bucket truck. I think both Pensacola Fire and Escambia County Fire Rescue are going to come with some of their stuff. I think we've got an ambulance coming. You'll have one of each of our vehicles at the police department.
Okay.
So we'll have our Blues Cruiser, we'll have our Bearcat, we'll have one of our patrol cruisers. Hopefully, if nothing in the community is happening in the city, we'll have one of our crime scene trucks. They're going to actually be on duty that night, so if they are, helping to process something, then they'll have to go. But hopefully, they'll be there. We'll have one of our motorcycles, which is always a hit with the kids.
We have ECAT there.
We have ECAT coming with one of their flex vans. We'll have.
Are we having a helicopter?
We're trying our best
trying
to get a helicopter there.
Was a sellout. You know,
Things are happening in the world that the military has to be focused on. Yeah. So sometimes their members are not able to come and put a helicopter there. But we'll have Public Works is going to bring some of their vehicles. Sanitation is going to bring some of theirs. I know.
A full night, my people.
know that sanitation. I recommended to them that they do something fun. Pensacola is revamping our home residential recycling program. So maybe a hands-on project to help the kids figure out what's recyclable and what's not in our community. I have felt that for the last few years, one of the coolest ones, and I know that you always love it when I say this word, is our knuckle boom truck, which is actually the yard waste truck. It's also the truck that's used when we do the mayor's neighborhood cleanups.
Right.
But we want the kids to see some cool trucks and be there, and so we'll have a full vehicle array there for the touch a truck aspect.
I think it's so good for the kids to interact with these things that they've heard about. These things that they see may come in their communities during the week. Oh, wow, look at that truck, how it does that, you know. But here's an opportunity. You can learn the mechanics of that truck.
Yep. So,
hey, look, and you said something initially about this might be something you want to do when you grow up.
Yes.
Because, I look at a career, I didn't say a job. I said a career, it's the same thing with the sanitation department.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the same thing with with the police department. It's the same thing with the fire department. Those are careers. So therefore, all of these positions must be filled in order for us to keep the world going like it is today. If we didn't have sanitation, what would happen? Ooh, Jesus. Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And we look at the city level, and I work for the police department, but I'm lucky enough to live in the city, and I look at some of our sanitation workers that have been with that department for 20 plus years, and so that is talking about career. It's talking about a job, a career that has given you benefits and retirement and all of the perks of working for.
Right on the side of that truck holding on that thing on the back.
Yeah. Yep.
I have often wondered when I see them in the neighborhoods, but when they drive out, they're all inside, right? But when they're on
that's
the
where
inside,
the air conditioning is.
Exactly. When they're coming up the street, one's on the outside, and he grabs a hold to this thing. He grabs that. You know, they do it so quickly.
You know, I would fall off that truck.
Me and you
so
both. I'll be holding so
I'm
tight.
not doing that. I'll be the guy on the inside driving.
I'll be one of those. I say, don't turn that way. Go left.
But like Laura said, the street sweepers, our streets would not be how amazing they are. We just did a new rebuild downtown Pensacola, yay! And so I think that's an opportunity, Garrett, to look at careers that some students and families may not think about.
Yeah, our Parks and Rec. Our Parks and Recreation staff, whether it's community center staff who are working every day. I know it's going to be come back. Amazing. It's going to come back bigger and better. Yeah, and Fricker Center is going to be amazing.
And all those Fricker and Parks and Rec staff that are taking care of our young kids after school, so parents can work.
Exactly.
I mean, it's making this this community stronger and better and moving forward.
And I'll say that after school programming that the City of Pensacola Parks and Recreation does. I mean, that is something they're thinking about all year, every day, all year.
You must.
The team that does that, the team that does all of our summer programming, they work day in and day out, all day, every year, or throughout the year, to make sure those programs come off without a hitch.
I would encourage anybody just to go back.
I'm a product of that. You know, I remember back in my childhood going to Bayview Community Center for summer camp and being there, and this was before Bayview was what it is now. And being there Monday through Friday as my parents were working, and what that community summer camp provided as an opportunity for my parents to know that their child was in a safe environment, learning, encouraging, creating relationships and friendships with people that I may not have known because it's not the same kids that were in school. So it's how do you look at creating that community aspect at your kids at a very young age, and I think that's what we see in our community centers.
When the canine is there, the kids will be able to interact with that.
So yeah, we'll shut down for the actual demo portion. We'll shut down a portion, whether we're inside or outside, of where the canines will actually be doing their demo, and then there will be a meet and greet following the demo. So the dogs that can be pet and loved on by kids and community can come up and they can love on those dogs. They'll be with their handler, so it gets a great opportunity for a one-on-one communication with the handler for that dog. So you'll get to see them work, whether they're doing tracking, whether they're doing any of their searching. So it'll be a really fun time. I will say, after 10 years of being with the department, I love the people that I work with, but the dogs are really my favorite.
Those dogs, you know, I have to tell this every time. This was this big, pretty white dog, and I mean, dogs and I just like, I said, okay, you over there, I'm over here. And this great big dog came to the studio. And this is no joke. Now the studio stands now, it's this high.
Yeah, counter height.
I mean, because I said, look, I'm tall. I can't have a board down here. But anyway, it was up that high. That puppy came in. He's a puppy, but he was this big. And jumped up, put his hands on the board as if he was ready to talk on the mic. That's a fact.
That is a fact. I think I have a picture of that. I'll make sure I send it to you.
That would be fun.
Because I said, would you look at that dog? I mean, nobody had to tell him anything. He just jumped up there like, okay, open the mic, Sunshine, I'm ready to talk. I thought that was the cutest thing. And he was such a big puppy. Nobody had to tell him, he just knew what to do.
So that dog was Canine Taylor. We actually retired Canine Taylor this year. We're going to let him live out his old days with his family. He went home with his handler, and he's
happy though.
He's happy.
Yes.
He's got some canine brothers and sisters at home, and some human ones.
Make sure you tell him I say hi.
But that was Canine Taylor. But we have so many great dogs who our handlers do such a good job of getting them in the community and being around kids and families. And
I tell you, Mom, bring them, because I tell you, like I said, Me and dog over here, I'm over here. That dog had me saying hi. We're gonna talk more when we come back. We gotta go take a break. We're gonna come back and talk more about August 4th, so you can be there.
Hey folks, Winston Lindsay here with Living Southern Homes in Bruton, Alabama. We just want to remind you our new show will be coming on at 5:30 on Mondays on Blab TV and also Thursday at noon. Don't miss these opportunities. We will see you then.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to a conversation today about National Night Out coming up in Pensacola on August 4th, right there at, I was going to say Pensacola, right there at, where are you going to be this year?
Washington High School.
Washington High School, I just got you never look at your phone. Yep. But look again, there's the flyer. Telling you about the 40+ community vendors that's going to be there. Yeah. I mean, all ages, you're welcome. Touch a truck, come out, find out about the sweeper, there's the police department, there's the motorcycle, and all that good stuff. There's that blue symbol right there, Washington High School.
Washington High School.
That's it.
Home of the Wildcats.
That's the Wildcats, okay. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I can tell it's going to be a great day, but guys, I tell you, I get the fact that to be a part of this, of course, you don't want to show my face. I'm going to come through there. I got to do it. I have to do it because I think that's a great part. That's just me. Mm-hmm. I like to be at the touch a truck too. I learned the name of a truck. I mean, to find out more. And to see, I'm be looking around now at everybody's telephone to see if there's a telephone connected to the telephone.
I'll send you a picture, Sonshine.
Please send me a picture.
About.
So I won't be able to look. Let me see your phone. Is that your phone or is that connected?
Yeah.
What do you mean, Sonshine? Is that your phone?
Well, it is a tobacco-free, vaping-free event. So hopefully we don't see that.
Okay.
If you do,
I'll say, hey, look, Denise, is this that phone?
Yeah, you can let me know. I'll go up and check it out.
Exactly. Laura, I mean, let's put out that plea because this is going to be our last break. I mean, because this has been fun.
Yeah.
Just to talk about what's coming up on the 4th. It's exciting what you're doing for the community with the police department, Chief Winstrom.
Yeah.
Is he going to come out by that day?
He's gonna be there.
Okay.
A lot of our team will be there on site. It really is, and I think, you know, we do quite a few kind of primary events over the course of the year, whether that's our Christmas programming. You know, we do a 1-week summer camp. Our SROs lead that during the summer. But this event, National Night Out, I say inside the building and outside the building, I think it's our biggest event that we do for the public every year. It is really our opportunity to, even though we're not doing it at the police department, because talk about a small location for that, but it is really our opportunity to open the door to our entire network and really showcase what Pensacola is at its heart, which is this network of organizations and businesses that work together to make Pensacola what it is.
Absolutely.
And don't let the weather deter you. Come out. Rain, shine, we're going to be there.
Rain, shine, sleet, or snow.
Well, hopefully no snow. But we're going to be there. Don't let the weather deter you. We'll have water. We have a sponsor this year that's supplying some water. And so everybody's going to be able to have a great time that night.
Now, what the parents what they should expect when they first get there? Just come in and...
Yeah, so we're very lucky. Washington High School has quite a bit of parking, which is something we've always kind of had as a barrier to people coming to National Night Out. You'll enter Washington High School on College Boulevard, so right there kind of by Sam's. You'll enter into what is called the student parking lot of Washington. If we're in the outside plan, which hopefully is our primary location, anybody that knows Washington High School or has been there, they have their driver's education parking lot that is one of the primary parking lots they use when they do their football games. That's actually where we'll be setting up all of our trucks.
Okay.
So that'll be the touch a truck area. Our community organizations will be in the track and field area by where they do shot put and long jump. There's a big area, and then the K-9 demo will happen at the football field.
Okay.
But they'll enter right there into the student parking lot. We'll have some road signs at the sign at the edge of the road. But we do want to make sure that people are not entering to come into the event off of Langley.
Yeah.
That's going to get you. That's not going to be where. So you want to enter into that. I think they're close to 1,000 parking spaces.
Well, you got
so
enough this year.
We've got plenty of parking, which has always been a concern.
Exactly.
Whether we've done it at Legion Field or McGee or at Roger Scott has always been the parking, because those are community organizations and community fields that are fantastically nestled into neighborhoods, but then they don't have the parking infrastructure that we've always kind of needed. So, like I said, I think it's a great move to Washington, and we appreciate the school board letting us come in, the school district letting us come in and be there.
They could have made a better decision.
Yeah,
I think that's so great.
And we're going to move inside in case of weather. So we have the ability to bring the vendors inside, but our initial plan is to be outside, but we will still have the touch a truck outside.
Yeah.
Right.
That we
We'll
can't
just
bring them in.
move parking lot location if we end up having to move inside.
Okay.
But we'll make sure that we communicate that. I'd say follow Pensacola Police Department on social media. All of the event information will be pushed out there, and we'll make sure that we'll keep our media partners informed as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's absolutely free.
Free.
Hey, free.
Free. Free.
It is so important, ladies and gentlemen, please mark your calendar. Come on, put it in your phone, lock it in right now so it'll pop up. You need to be there on the 4th of August. Golly, that's week after next.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know where the summer went.
Yeah.
Where has it gone?
And then school starts like a week later.
That's right.
So come out and get all this information, and we'll be there. Come and have fun.
Knowledge is power.
Oh,
and you don't have to guess about it. We're going to have the people that can give you the facts about it. So you take these things and you utilize. And I love the fact that you bring your family together. Learning together, growing together is a great opportunity, and that's what National Night Out is all about. Bringing the community together, safety, knowing what's there for you as you prepare for the upcoming year. You've got all the, look, we say we supply them with the tools, then we're gonna supply them with the tools.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Not only with the paper and pencils, but the knowledge that you need to get everybody ready when you enter into that upcoming school year. I can't thank you guys enough for always taking the time to share this event, because I think I know if we would put more, emphasis on things like this that could bring us together instead of separating, it's a great thing to do. And with the fact that, look at all of that, with the law enforcement, you've got everything that connects the dots going to be there so that we can give this information to the community. Yeah. Absolutely free, my friends. You don't have to worry about paying anything. Just get yourself one of them little fans and bring it with you. Or get you a piece of paper like I do. Grab a piece of paper no matter what. And hopefully we'll see a helicopter. We're not sure.
We're not sure. We're working on it. We're hoping. But if not, that's okay. We have other touch a truck opportunities.
Oh, baby, I saw last year.
And you know, again, the great thing is law enforcement will be there, and all the community partners will be there to support this community and support you as family members, and we're there for you.
Get there and learn about ECAT. When I heard that they got things for kids now, that they got ways that they can get the kids in transportation. So ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to worry because you know that there's safety when you're riding with ECAT. ECAT has this plan now, you can get a ride, not for $2 or something. Come on, man.
I mean, it's cheaper than an Uber.
Hello?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, and it's so
And a gallon of gas.
It's
cheaper than an Uber and a gallon of gas these days.
I tell you, and I mean, you can just pick up the phone. You can come out and talk to these people and find out how this is beneficial to do. Do not allow an opportunity that's been put together to better you, to have you more equipped, mom, dad, family, everybody, so that you can be ready for what's happening in and around you every single day.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is what it's all about. This is what you call, what do we say at the beginning? When they always say that it takes a village.
Yep.
This is the village coming together.
Yep.
And I tell you, again, I say thank you so very much for all that you do, that you never stop doing, okay? I think he said 2 minutes, I could barely hear, but I think he did.
Well, thank you, Sonshine, always for this opportunity, and you're such a great, amazing supporter of this community, and it's so much seen out there, and you give back as well. So thank you for the opportunity to let Laura and I on.
Always.
To talk about National Night Out.
Always.
And we're going to make sure that you, when you come out to the event, we get you in the
Baby girl, we just
in the
out there to have
Bearcat.
fun.
Yeah.
Hello.
You on the Bearcat on a motorcycle.
Ooh, on a motorcycle. You better wear some good shoes there.
Where about my stiletto?
You can wear those.
Exactly. But guys, I can't thank you enough. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget about August 4th. Mark your calendar. Make sure you bring out the entire family. It is absolutely free. National Night Out right here in Pensacola. Be there. Beat us there. Don't meet us there. Beat us there. Ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic day, and I can't thank these ladies enough, but it's time for us to get out of here. And I want to leave you with the thought, as I do every single day, never, ever, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember this, and I believe it from my heart. If you keep God first in whatever you do, I'll guarantee you you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow, for another day of sunshine, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Go out and tell somebody that you love them and mean it. Actions speak so much louder than words. Get ready and show some actions on August 4th. Come out to National Night Out. That's an annual event that happens every year where you can be a part of to gain the knowledge that you need to help your family prepare for what's happening in our lives every single day. Don't miss it. Next week, August 4th. Until then, have a great day. We'll see you then. Bye for now.
Just a small town girl with a big old dream. Now she's taking it over and making a scene. Yes, it's your turn next, so please take your seat. 'Cause baby, the best is yet to be seen. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning,
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
sunshine.